Are you a grown-up?
What does it mean to be a grown-up? I read a story once in a spiritual text where that told the story of this woman who had reached enlightenment like around the age of 60, and when she was interviewed later, she just thought that was what happened to everybody when they reached the age of 60, that they just suddenly started living in this permanent state of bliss all the time because that is what had happened to her. And of course that isn't at all what happens, but it's a wonderful insight into what enlightenment actually is and what it means to grow up, that it's really our life is about this process of deep and transformative growth that is bringing us into the fullness of who we are and who we're on this earth to be. And so many of us get stuck in some sort of perverted, pathetic version of that. Sorry, that was a little harsh.
But some people say, oh, I've grown up. I'm an adult. I have a job. I have a house and a family and a car, and I pay bills, and I have put away childish dreams and creativity and spontaneity and all that kind of stuff. And so I am a grown up. And I think part of the message of this is to really grow into the fullness of who you are. It's not about denying joy and playfulness and creativity, because that's a big part of who you are. But it's about what parts of me am I suppressing that need to be brought into the light, that need to be nurtured so that they can grow fully. There are parts of us that the little girl or the little boy, the child part clings to and tries to protect with a layer of immaturity, wants to hide, wants to fear, wants to keep the light away so it can't grow out of the box, so nothing can knock it down or attack it or whatever it is. But there's parts of us that are not getting what they fully need so we can be the full authentic part of ourselves. And why is it valuable to be all of who we are? What is that needed for today, Miss Catherine?
Miss. So it's needed because the world desperately needs right now more people who are grown up, who are standing in the fullness of their power, who are bold, who are willing to love freely, who are willing to let their creative passions out into the world to make more beauty, to create more love, to create more connection, and to create a new system and a new way of structuring life that will be more life-giving for all of us and for the planet. And it's also, one more, if that wasn't enough, it's also necessary for us to continue this process of growth if we want to have access to the sweetest, best, most life-giving parts of life, that we can't experience joy as deeply, we can't experience peace as deeply, we can't experience love as deeply, we can't experience that full, playfulness with abandon if we don't do that work of growing up, of owning our emotions,
having the courage to really honor the authenticity of ourselves, and to know that we have a true experience, a true perspective that is worthy of being present and expressed in this world, that is not dependent on outside forces and perspectives to inform what it is, that can really truly grow and express themselves fully, all whole of themselves. Now, there is sometimes a sense of, of shame, like, oh, there's part of me that's still small and timid, and I wish it would grow up, and I wish that I feel bad about not being able to nurture that fully. But today we want to invite you to just take a few moments and talk to that childlike, not the fun, creative, spontaneous part, but the part that's timid, the part that wants to still hide, and really understand or get some information of what part of your life that is. And know that the reality is that part is what's calling to be nurtured, that needs nutrition in order, and light upon it, and space and freedom in order to grow and to help you become the full growth of your beauty in this world as a grown-up.
And when you meet fellow grown-ups, there is this wonderful quality of not needing anybody's permission to be who they are, but doing that in a way that embodies grace and love, and not not stepping on anybody else in the process. This beautiful, fully owning who you are, expressing who you are in a way that gives other people permission and invites other people to do the same.
Mm-hmm. So take some time today and every day to grow up a little.
Thank you.